Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Foojan Zeine, and this is the tip of the week. This week, I have been working with many parents who are blessed with teenagers sharing their anger and frustration. Almost every human think of having a child as pleasant, sweet, and growing experience. Well, growing also has lots of pain with it. As I talk with hurt and frustrated parents, they share their disappointment with themselves and their ideas about parenting. They thought that if I worked hard enough, fed and clothed my children, taught them all that I knew, and ensured that they were protected, they made sure they studied and didn't have bad friends, all will be well. My children would love me as much as I love them and will see and understand all of my sacrifices in life that I've done to raise them. Mostly, they're in for a rude awakening, especially when their children reach the teen years. These are the years that children test their parents' tolerance of every aspect of life. Teens are finding their identity and narrative of life. They will test their parents' ideas, beliefs, lifestyles, and more so that they can form their own. Their peers will have the most important place and priority in their life. Being accepted by their peers is the only essential goal for them. Teens' mood vacillate and will go from one extreme to the other without them even knowing what caused it or how it affects everybody else around them. Because they know how to navigate technology better than their parents, they falsely assume they can navigate life better than their parents. Hence, the power struggle begins. Parenting a teenager is so different than when they were a child. Telling them what to do directly without explanation of why no longer works. Therefore, the expectation of the teen doing what you told them right away becomes a fantasy. It's time for the teen to have responsibility and accountability for their emotional and physical well-being, hygiene, cleanliness of their surrounding, well-kept room. Ha! Everybody laughs at me when I say that for a teen. Study guidelines, time management, financial management, and social management. These are times for parents to train their teens for the adulthood that is around the corner and no longer baby them. This phase of training the teen for life needs to come from the parent taking on a mentor role who allows the teen to be guided with structures and be supported when they try it out on their own, whether they win or they fail. It's much better to watch them fail at this age and support them to get up and move along versus not allowing them to fail because you love them so much and you don't want them to suffer, and falsely create winning strategies for them. Life is not that kind to them. Let them learn when they're with you. Treat the teen with love and acceptance while firmly establishing systems, life consequences, and life rewards. The stress on teens is higher than it's ever been, having to deal with social media pressure, facing gender role identity and sexual identity at school, and with peers, having to deal with guns, use of alcohol, drugs, and pills, sexual experiences, relational intimacy, competition to go to universities, and on and on and on. All the same, most parents want to protect their teens by holding them back from all of it. However, that's no longer possible. They are on their internet and phone and smartphones, have access to things that you don't even know. So giving teens skills to handle all that shows up for them, emotionally, cognitively, and behaviorally, is the key to growing healthy teens toward healthy adults. For knowledge on how to raise your children, our new book is out, Intentional Parenting, a practical guide to awareness integration theory. This book has been created by two of my wonderful colleagues, Dr. Nicole Jaffari and Dr. Eileen Manoukian. Dr. Jaffari is a 30-year professor in human development in many of the Southern California universities. And Dr. Eileen Manoukian has her expertise in early childhood development. And the three of us have created this book that goes from different stages of life of your children, from infancy all the way to teen and early adulthood. And every chapter gives you the developmental stages, the cognitive stages, emotional needs, and what are some of the things that you as a parent can do to be intentional in all that you can do for your children. Now, the first thing we got to do as a parent is also look at who we are. What do we do? What are our belief systems? How do I, the way I am, impacts my child? So for those of you who love self-awareness and working on yourself to be a better parent and a better human being before you can role models for your teens, go to my book, Life Reset, The Awareness Integration Path to Creating the Life You Want. It's self-help. It has a lot of amazing exercises and actually takes you through the process of every aspect of your life. And you get to really get to know you and then build the skills that you need. Thank you for listening.
Togetherness Media. Togethernessmedia.com.